Hvorfor er der vand rundt om os? Var det mund for dyre med hej? Mors. Så kære mors, den her sang, den er til jer. Simpelthen fordi vi rigtig godt kan lide jer. Mors. Og hvorfor er der vand rundt om os? Var det mund for dyre med hej?
Hi there everybody, and welcome to part 2 of this series on Morse. We had some heavy rain in a few days, but we woke up to this morning. Animator here is trying to explain to you how very nice the weather is here. There's not even a wind anywhere. It's not particularly warm yet, but the sun has just come up, and it's very quiet out here. As you can see behind her, we have had a lot of rain, and a lot of the land is flooded here. The parking spot we were supposed to be, that we saw on Google Maps, well, that's also flooded, so we're located on a little side track right beside the parking spots.
Under vand, så vi holder ind på en markvej i stedet for. Men her er så smukt.
And she's also telling her how beautiful it is here. You can see that already. But there are a lot of birds, which are the only things you can hear. She has been hearing a cuckoo, even a woodpecker. There's lots of geese around us because it's water, and some swans also. And then she actually heard a heron, a fishing heron. It's the kind of scream they have. So very characteristic for that.
Men prøv lige at se en dejlig morgen der her. Nu vil jeg gå ind og...
She wants to go to the camper now and see if breakfast is getting ready, if I'm doing the eggs this morning.
Får vi se, om vi se om han...
We'll see if I'm ready when she opens the door. I didn't know she were coming, so yeah. She's lucky. Breakfast is on its way. Good morning. So, now it's ready. New boiled eggs and sunshine.
Efter 3 dages regn og tåge på Mors, så vi endelig solen.
Right beside us here was also a little track, but we saw a car drive out there in the evening, but he had to come back because we are not even sure you can go past the water over there. There's a stream running out. I think it's an old pump house, but not suitable for cars and not at all for the vans, right? Very nice property right here, and we know for a fact in the garden they have a statue of a polar bear. It's an old fisherman who used to work in the Greenland industry. Over here are some palms. This is actually called Palm Beach on Mors. Very nice spot in the summertime, and I can't fathom those are going to grow up here. Last year we saw they were building a lot here. I thought it was for the mussel industry, the fish, but it was actually a new campground for campers. It's a very nice spot. There's lots of room. Look at that view. There are 8 places for campers with power outlets. When the weather is right, you can't beat a view like this. Just want to take you around and see if it's okay for a night stay. We think the toilets are still in the white building there. And there's a little story. A few years ago we were here and stayed the nights. And there was no toilet paper. And the woman who owned the cafeteria said it was not her. There's no reason to drive on the motorways when here we have such a small beautiful road here in Denmark. And when the roads are so small as they are, you have to share them, give room for the other ones to get around also. And as we drive a pretty big van, I usually try to find a lay-by first, so that the normal residents won't have to wait for me anywhere.
Det er nok, vi ødelægger den ene side, ikke den anden side.
It will be hard to get closer to the water in a car. We're at a spot now that we can't quite figure out how to pronounce. It's either Hesterørodde or Hesterørodde, but just Hesterørodde. Talk fast enough and nobody will know. It's actually the place, it's meaning the place where the horses are grazing. On the tip, that is the most southern part of the island of Mors. So the car is a little in the way, but you can see three parts of Denmark. The island of Venø right in the middle, between another island to the right and mainland to the left.
Kent han mener, at han kan vende her.
I told her I can turn the car here, and she says no way. She actually thinks it's gonna take me 5 or 6 times forward and backwards to turn the car. She thinks it would be funny if I actually got stuck here. And it would be, yes.
Får han ret?
Oh no, is he right? Don't get too far out in the mud.
Ej!
Oh no!
Nederlag til mig!
He actually did it, and a defeat for her. Too bad. There's a very old site up here. It's called the Volsted in Danish. I can't translate it, but it's very old, where there has been a castle and some fortifications and a very big farm. It's a little parking place 50 meters ahead, but it's very swampy. I've been on the top, and you can see that the one on the right is low, the one on the left is very high. So the defense tower has been on the small one, and the buildings on the top of the big one. There's a moat all the way around, and actually there was even more moats around, because all the streams were stemmed up, so the water would flow all over. We're entering the town of Tissinghuse, where we actually bought our second boat a few years back, before we bought a camper. And And we sailed it from here and to Struer, where we had it in the harbour, but in just the same fog as we had the last 3 days. That was actually when the fog was clearing. We're looking to see if there's any possibility of having a camper here, and you can't see anything, but we found a mobile pay sign, so I'm just walking out of the car to take a look. Are you allowed to use to camp here with a camper? And yes, you are. 100 Danish kroner per night, but we're not really sure where you can park.
Jeg tror, det er træls, men
We found this little bathing spot and wanted to go down and see what it was like. It was very remote, very out of way here, and it really is a nice spot. But look at the grass and the mud over there. Don't want to get my wheels in there. And as always, Mette has a little treasure she can hunt here. But only go here when it's nice weather and when it's dry, because it was very muddy. So I decided to reverse out because I couldn't turn around here. I would get stuck somewhere. So when it's not raining, or maybe you have a smaller car, then it's a very nice spot. This is actually a baker in there. It's only open on Friday. We're quite sure we have filmed this on numerous times before, but talking about the ferry is closed right now, out of duty, and we know that for sure because we saw it on the other side 2 days ago. But we wanted to go in there. The normal parking spot is full of water, so we drive all the way down to the harbor. There's an excellent view over to the mainland, and today there is no wind and there is no sound. And that's mainly the essence of what Mette is trying to tell you here.
er helt stille. Der er kun lyd fra nogle fugle, nogle gæs. Og sikke en udsigt vi har her. Det er helt fantastisk. Der er ingen lyd her. Det er helt stille.
So what I'm filming here, you can't use it for anything, but I just had to capture the stillness also. It's a little bit spring feelings. And it's very much needed because this winter has been wet and a lot of snow, a lot of fog, heavy wind, storms. So a day like this feels like we're almost there. These are for the people who bathe in the winter. They jump in the water. Any of you do that? They're so quiet here that when I stand here I can hear Annemette trying to record there. Hi there.
Nok et fredfyldt sted.
This is for moments like this that we drive all the small roads. Very little beach with some benches and a spot for bathing. and we can look all around the Limfjorden. Look at the mainland. Absolutely stunning, as some of the others would say. Stunning and epic, I think, are the words. And if you've seen part 1, you know we've been driving in heavy fog, heavy rain, can't see 10 meters ahead, but this is fantastic. So I asked if it's worth driving 3 days in terrible weather to get this, and she very much agrees. But it's still a bit cold, so these ones are very, very good for your bum. They cost about €2 here.
Det blev lidt fugtigt hernede.
Yeah.
Now we're going geocaching again. She found a cache down by the end of the church walls. And these are the kind of things we find when we drive after the geocaching. Nice shelter here with a stunning view also.
Kan du ikke lige se, om der er strøm i hegnet? Men jeg prøver nu lige, om der er strøm i hegnet.
I try to convince her to check if there's power on the fence, electric fence. She's very reluctant and says, well, there is because there are cows over there, but it's actually sheep. So, under a rock on the last bench, should the cashier stay, we have a poet in Denmark called Piet Hein, who has a lot of lovely sayings. What does it matter for the one that is right, that the rest of the world is not on the same level? Like that, can't be translated. Oh, here it was. Just a small one, nothing special, but it gives us a lot of places to go to. And it's usually the locals that have put it, so they know all the bright spots. So I'll let her tend to that, and I'll tend to the views, because that's what I'm best at. There might be nice water everywhere else, but there's only one Limfjorden. Next time someone tells you they have a bench with a good view, well, show them this one. This has got to be the ultimate viewing bench. It's on top of the church wall, overlooking the Limfjorden. And a stunning view. So we continue with telling you about Silderslev Harbour. We used to stay there where the boats are. That's where campers were allowed a few years back. 2 or 3 of us. But as I said, about 8 places, 120 Danish kroners per night. And we actually checked by the cafe, there are the toilets. And here's your second warning about the toilet paper. One of those are closed for the winter, the other one is opened. And I'll tell you, remember the toilet paper? Because as I said a few years back, the lady who had the cafe weren't that keen on filling up toilet paper. Because there's a lot of people coming here to take a walk and stay here and make grill or stay in a camper and use the bathrooms. But let's see, perhaps it's become better when Annemette uses the bathrooms in the morning. So 120 for the spots, 5 Danish kroner for the shower. So there should be money enough to take some toilet paper with you.
Mette, hun er gået en tur.
And Mette has gone on the long walk. She texted me, "Won't you come and meet me?" Oh my God, she's all the way down there. Let's see how that goes. So do you have any favorite dishes to make in a camper? We have one gas stove and we have some air and the air fryer. We have batteries and we can of course cook, but we tend to use it most when we are on hookup. It's just so much easier. And it was only one day with the most beautiful weather for a long time. So Sunday morning, this is what it looks like. And Mette is giving you a tour on the bathrooms, the toilets. It's nice and clean, and the 5 Danish kroners, but there's a lot of water. But don't hang your towel here because she had a blackout and she couldn't find out how to turn on the light again because the towel was right over the sensor. And the toilet's here, but she also has a warning about the toilet paper, and it wasn't improved by any means. So her morning routine of saying good morning is on the walk from the bathrooms to the van, but the weather put a stop to almost anything.
En dag med godt vejr. Jeg vender lige rundt her. Vi holder
So today is Sunday morning, and our 4-day little trip is over. So we're just heading home now.
Men det er søndag, og nu må vi hellere komme hjem med.
And I know what you guys are thinking. Why show something like that? It's a shitty job, yeah. But you know what? That's a very normal part of being a van lifer, or traveling your motorhome in your caravan, or if you're a small camper in a normal car. It's all the same if you have a toilet, and we have it because we love to use our own, and we normally park somewhere where there's no toilets. So for us it's essential to have our own toilet with us. And well, there's also the dull part of everything. But right outside the city we live in, we have this brand new parking spot by the motorway, where there are amenities for filling up water, emptying your toilets, emptying your trash can, all the things you want, and it's free of charge. I like that very much, because that means that when we have been on a trip, normally we just pass this on our way home and empty the toilets and fill it up with water and the fluids we need and everything, so it's ready for next trip. Actually, we don't use it to fill up water here because we have internal water tanks. We don't have built-in tanks, or so just make do with some big canisters. So I normally take them out or fill when I'm home. It's much easier because here you have to have someone pressing the switch all the time, and you don't know where some of the you can't attach your own hose, so you don't know where. Some people, they're just not that good with handling stuff like that, so I prefer my own. So it is ready for next time. If we just happen to take a trip out of nowhere. So thank you very much for watching the second part. I would love some comments down there, or like the video, or share it with someone you know. We have actually no plans for trips the next couple of weeks, so I'll probably be doing some technical videos. See you out there. Bye bye.